Hi everyone, I'm Namita and welcome to Yoganama. In today's session, we are going to work on standing yoga postures and we are going to begin with Prasarita Padasana. For that, I want you to come into a wide leg stance as far as is comfortable for you, navel pulled in, hands parallel to the floor. And let's just breathe here. Slow breath in and out. Mentally preparing for the practice. And as you're holding this position, press all 10 toes into the mat. So you're not putting more weight on the pinky toe side, which means your foot may come into a position like this. We bring more weight into the big toe side, navel strong, core engaged, and continue to breathe. One more breath here. Press the feet actively into the mat, feeling a little lighter as you hold your balance. Next time that you exhale, turn your right foot out to come into triangle pose. Make sure your right heel to the arch of the back foot is in one line. Lean to the right first, then take the left hand up overhead. Hold unsupported triangle. Press into the back foot actively. Fingertips reaching for the sky for 5, 4, keep lifting, 3, 2, 1. And having understood the extension that's needed in the side, let's now move into triangle without sinking down, but maintaining that lift in the posture, both in the right side of the body and the left. So you're lifting, staying tall here, and then moving into triangle. Your left hand can be up overhead at an angle or completely, the fingers pointing above the head. So your choice. Just breathe here now. Keep the shoulders stacked one above the other. Stay active in both the feet. One more breath here. And then as you exhale, rise up. This time bend the right knee. Widen the distance between the feet if you would like to come into side angle. First variation, your hand goes above your quad and you come into this position. Second, you place your right hand down on the floor or on a block. Sink the hips low. Take the left hand up overhead. And breathe here. Remember to modify in a way that works for you. Instead of pushing yourself to achieve a posture, focus more on holding the position at a level that's comfortable and observing your breath, observing how the body is responding when it comes into this shape. One more breath here. And then as you exhale, rise up. Let's turn to the other side. So left foot points out now. Lean to the left. Take the right hand up. Stay lifted in this version of triangle for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now release the hand down. Choose the position of your right hand as something that feels comfortable and hold triangle. Breathing in and out. Counting your breath. Can you work on slowing your breath a little bit as you maintain the position? Can you press into the pinky toe of the back foot, your right foot in this case, and engage the leg? Can you find that lift in the left side of the waist as well? And the next time you exhale, bend the left knee. Find the most comfortable distance for you between the feet. Come into side angle or Parshva Konasana. Feel free to modify by bringing the left hand down, sinking the hips lower, keeping the back foot engaged. And breathe here. Again, working on slowing down your breath. Not losing awareness of the body, not compensating at any point in order to maintain the posture. One more breath. Inhale. And then as you exhale, rise up. And let's again turn to the right side. This time we move into pyramid pose or Parshvottanasana. For this, both the feet will point forward, hands on the waist as you exhale. Lean forward, bringing your torso parallel to the ground. Then come back up. Let's do this 5 times. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, come back up. If you can add the hands, add the hands. Exhale, inhale up for 2. You can keep a slight micro bend in the front knee. Exhale, inhale up for 3. Exhale, inhale up for 4. Then exhale, inhale up for 5. Last time, as you exhale, you can now bring the hands down. Hands can be onto blocks as well to help you neutralize the spine and minimize the arch across the back. Let's be here now for a few deep breaths. If you notice, the position of the hips is different now in triangle and side angle. We had some external rotation. Now the back foot is more internally rotated. So we've already moved into the next series of standing postures. One more breath here. Then as you exhale, we are going to come into revolved triangle. If you know the posture, move into it. Otherwise, let's modify. First step, keep the left hand where it is and take the right hand up. Important to know the position of the hands. If this is comfortable, feel free to take the left hand to the outside edge of the right pinky toe and then twist. You can even have your palms on a block, which means you can also do revolved triangle like this. And let's take 3 deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One last time. Inhale. And then as you exhale, bring the hand down, rise up and transition to do this on the other side. So now taking the left foot to the outside, turning the right foot in as well. And before we do that, it's a good idea to keep your blocks with you, handy on this side of the mat. So bring the feet in alignment. Both feet pointing forward, hands on the waist. And as you exhale, lean forward, bringing the torso almost parallel to the floor. Inhale up for 1. You can do this with your hands up. Exhale. Inhale up for 2. Know that you can have a slight bend in the left knee. Exhale. Inhale up for 3. Exhale. Inhale up for 4. Last one. Exhale. Inhale up for 5. And then as you exhale, this time you can bring your hands down either side of the foot. You can even have your palms onto blocks. I'm going to use blocks today. Feel free to do so as well. And let's be here now. Inhaling and exhaling mindfully. Making sure both feet are active and that your back foot is also engaged along with the front foot. So keep distributing the weight between the 2 feet. Let's take one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, and from here we move into revolved triangle, bringing the right hand to the outside edge of the left foot, twisting and holding for 3 deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Continue to build awareness of your breath throughout the practice. That's really is the crux of Hatha Yoga. One more time. Inhale. And then as you exhale, bring the hand down, rise up and bring the hands parallel to the floor. Same position that we started with. Prasarita Padasana, wide leg stance, and breathe. Next time that you inhale, take your hands behind, interlock the fingers, roll the shoulders back, lift the wrists away from the body, and now as you exhale, come into a forward bend. Hold it here. Then inhale, rise up. Exhale, place the hands on the waist. Inhale, look up, roll the shoulders back, come into a mini back bend. And then as you exhale, come into your forward bend and hold it there. This time, grab hold of both the ankles and start shifting your weight over the right foot. Once you've reached your maximum, bring your left palm on the ground and take your right hand up to come into this twist. Then slowly shift to the left side, bringing the right hand down and taking the left hand up as you come into this twist. Again, shifting to the right, and this time sit all the way down into your side squat. And I know that you can easily modify this by sitting up on a block. If you would like to do that, this is an option. Otherwise, if you have the mobility in your ankles and if it feels all right, then you can maintain this posture. Let's breathe here, eyes closed. Feeling a nice stretch in the left side of the leg. One more breath. Then with your fingers, gently grazing the ground using minimum support, simply shift to the left and continue the same practice. Eyes closed. Slowly breathing in and out, relaxing into the posture. You can also modify this by rising up onto your toes, like so. Or you can bring the heel down and sit up on a block. One more breath like this. Inhale. Exhale, and then rise up, coming into that wide leg stance again. Let's take one deep breath here. Inhale, exhale, and bring the feet together to come facing the shorter edge of the mat. From here, let's practice Supta Padangushtasana, one of the standing postures of Hatha Yoga. So for that, let's work on our balance first. Bend the right knee, hands on the waist, and just mentally get ready for balancing on one leg for 5, 4, navel strong, press the left foot into the ground, lift up, 3, 2, 1, pull the right knee into the chest for standing, Pavan Muktasan, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly release. Let's repeat this on the left side. So hands on the waist. Lift the left knee up. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now hug the left knee in. Pull it in. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly release. Working on our balance is also really important. So that helped us get there. Now let's repeat. Pulling the right knee up. This time see if you can grab hold of your right big toe. And if this is comfortable, then please stay here. Just get used to being here. And if and when this gets comfortable, straighten the leg a little bit. Then a little bit. Navel strong. And keep straightening the leg till you reach a point. That's your maximum for today. And breathe. A little micro bend in the knee is absolutely fine. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then slowly release the leg. Hold it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release for 1. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale. One more breath in. And then as you exhale, lift the left knee up. Once this is comfortable, grab hold of the left big toe. First, get used to being here. Do not even think about straightening the leg. Only when you're comfortable, stable, that's when you start. Little by little, to straighten the leg. As much as it goes. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly release the leg for Mukta Hasta. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release back for 1. Take a breath in and out here, eyes closed, Tadasana. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and now as you exhale, come into a forward bend, step the right foot back, left knee forward, and bring both hands on the inside edge of the left foot to come into this variation of lizard. And breathe here. This is a good position for those of you who may spend a lot of time sitting on a chair. It's also a great posture for runners and helps to release tightness from the hip flexor muscles. But rather than keeping it passive, let's also make it a bit active by tucking the back toes in and lifting the right knee off the ground. And if this feels really difficult and you are struggling in coming to this position, you can have a block above the right knee on the right quad at a comfortable distance. And then that will give you some additional support. So this is one way to deepen the stretch. and still keep the posture restorative and relaxing. Breathing in and breathing out. It's all about the breath. If you want to work on the mind, if you want to get the complete benefits of yoga, then it's all about the breath. You and your breath, and that connection is what makes all the difference to your practice. All right, let's lift the knee up. In case it was resting on a block, straighten the leg a bit. Remove the block, bring the knee down, and take one more movement here. Then exhale. Go back to downward facing dog. Or come to downward facing dog rather. It's the first one for today. Then as you exhale, bring the right foot forward. Back knee down. Both hands on the inside edge of the right foot. And let's breathe. It's a good idea to keep your fingers nice and wide. That gives you more surface area that protects the wrist joint and will keep you from getting tired too soon. So distribute every posture through as much of the body as you can. That's when you integrate the whole body into the pose. Often what may happen is as we are holding a position, we may get tired, shoulders sink in, right knee starts to drop out, hips have become uneven whereas they should be in line, one hip drops to the other. And in your hands, you may notice that most of the weight goes to the pinky toe side of the hand and your index finger and thumb knuckles start to lift off. All of these are things we want to avoid, which means you should look at how your palms are. You should take a look at how your right foot and right knee is. You should mentally observe where the rest of the body is. If you need to make little adjustments, then do that. And just from the spirit of being curious, you can also change the position gently and see where or which alignment works the best for you, makes you feel good, makes you feel like you're releasing some stiffness and tightness from the body. All right, now to make it active, let's lift the left knee off the ground. Use the block. If you used it on one side, make sure you use it on the other side as well, so you do not create an imbalance between the right and left side of the body. When we come to the yoga practice, we want to work both sides equally, at least when it comes to the physical postures. So we are going to spend some time in this variation of lizard. Don't forget the breath. Along with the breath, stay in the present moment. Don't think about what's going on at work, what you have to do after the practice. Don't even think about things that may be bothering you. Just bring your awareness to various parts of the body and see how they are doing. And the best phenomena of the body to pay attention to is your breath, because it also relaxes your nervous system. So it's a win-win. All right, now let's move out of this. Remove the block by lifting the knee and pressing back into downward facing dog. Inhaling and exhaling here, lengthening the spine, pressing the hands and the feet into the mat. Then as you exhale, bring the knee down, cross the ankles behind, and that's my favorite way of transitioning out from down dog into a lying down position. From here, let's come into Pavan Muktasana. So bringing the right knee into the chest first. If you have any kind of knee issue, then you can grab hold of the knee from behind the leg. And enjoy this position here for a bit. Pressing the left leg actively into the mat. And I'm going to just turn around for the sake of the camera so you can see me in the next posture that we are going to do. Let's lift the right foot up now. So we are going to start moving into half happy baby. Grab hold of the inside edge of the right foot, and as if you want to work the right knee towards the mat. From here, let's release the right leg. Pull the left knee into the chest. Hug it in close. Breathing in and out. The breath will naturally start to slow down. Enjoy that. Let the face be soft. Don't hold your eyes too tightly. And take a few moments here, being fully relaxed. From here, let's lift the left foot up, coming into half happy baby on this side. And continue to breathe. Then slowly, as you exhale the next time, release the left foot and bend both the knees. We're going to complete the happy baby. If that's comfortable, let's turn both the feet up, grabbing hold of the inside edge of the feet and pressing the knees towards the ground, being mindful that you don't lift the tailbone off the ground. Well, that's also a kind of stretch, but today what I want you to focus on is keeping the tailbone imprinted on the mat and just pressing the knees towards the ground against that resistance, against that stability that you create by fixing the tailbone where it is, not moving it, not lifting it. And breathe. At this point, it's totally fine if you want to rock a little side to side. Enjoy the feelings and sensations of calmness and relaxation that may come to you as you move here, very, very gently rocking to the right, then to the left. Feel free to increase these movements and do something that works for you intuitively, which means you a little bit straighten one leg, bend the other, and like that, going a little bit into your hamstrings, but not too much, just being playful as you take a couple more breaths here. Then slowly release the feet back down on the mat. Straighten the legs. Take your hands up overhead, flip the palms up, interlock the fingers, get really, really tall. Pointing your toes away from you, lifting the palms up higher and higher, finding length across the spine and the whole body. Then as you exhale, little bit lean over to the right. Keeping the lower body where it is, it's like you're coming in Triaktarasana while lying down. Keep moving to the right a little bit more. Keep the elbows straight if you can. Next time you exhale, do the same to the left. Make sure there's nothing around you to disturb your practice. If there is, then move it away and let's move into our Supta Triaktarasana. Keep pressing both hips into the mat. As you turn to the left, press your right hip down to find that extra length And again, integrating the lower body and the upper body by setting intention. One more breath. Inhale. And now as you exhale, come back to center. Again, one more time, get really tall, Supta Tadasana, flipping the palms up, reaching in opposite directions with the lower and the upper body. Deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, bring the hands down, palms facing up, separate the legs to a comfortable distance and come into Shavasana. This session will end soon, but please do continue your Shavasana practice for a couple minutes more. And do follow up this session with pranayam or meditation of your choice. Thank you so much for joining me today.